Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So I guess we could just start and then. Hi, Jake.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, I totally.
Can you guys hear?
No, you're fine. You're still early.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The network is so bad. What's up with this request?
I know we said we'd like trade off on the typing it up thing, but I feel like I'll just do it because it might be faster if I do.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna ask you.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so what were the examples that you guys put for your assignment?
The one that we're supposed to find on the Wall Street or the New York Times or whatever. Or what was it, Wall Street Journal?
Yeah.
I did some intentional tort. There was like a few years ago. There was an incident where some a bailiff got arrested. Well, they're being sentenced recently or now, I think. But basically, the article is about a tort that was committed by this one player. It said he created an environment and a climate in which the girl was raped by some of the football players on that team. So that would be an intentional tort because it's like assault / battery, and it was planned and that was intended. It wasn't just like negligence or something like that. But he had said like he cultivated that climate. That was.
I did one similar. I did Ezekiel Elliott because he was like accused of beating his girlfriend, and so we had an article about that.
Okay.
What about you, Braylee?
I did one about mine was an intentional tort. Like this media company published like an article that was really harmful to this journalist's credibility, and they put in gossip about like his personal life. And so the guy sued about emotional distress. And, yeah, like when you read through the article, you can just see that the media company was upset, like they were doing.
Well, that's pretty good. So what do you guys you do one? I don't think we're gonna be able to hear you.
Yeah, I can't really hear you.
My example on intentional thoughts was centered on encouragement versus.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Sorry, this was much more complicated to do on the computer than it was on my phone. So.
Hello?
Just doing a new setup. So.
Sorry, Michael keeps texting me. Okay, so what example do you guys really want to use?
I think the Ezekiel Elliott example is good. I mean, it's pretty recent.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, what is it?
What was it? It was, so Ezekiel Elliott about a year ago was accused of beating his girlfriend, and there was like proof and all this stuff. So it's basically an intentional tort because it was assault and battery. which is obviously like intentional.
Yeah, that actually is. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll use that one.
If, as a matter of fact, if Texas hadn't have done tort reform in 2008, I'd be a heck of a lot richer right now. Because now in Texas, you have to prove malicious negligence by a doctor or a hospital to sue them. And so you can't do torts. But anyway, yeah, that's very, very much tort law right there.
Okay, so we'll use that. And then I guess I could just explain it. That's not that hard. Why? You guys didn't have a hard time getting the email or the link or anything, right?
No, I didn't. It was right there when I got on my Gmail.
I've never been on Hangouts on a computer before. I've only done it with the phone, so that was my only issue. But I found it.
What's that?
They're calling someone.
I just answered it. I'm not sure who it is though. It says
Here, wipe your knuckles. Oh, hello. Good. Say hi.
Hi.
All right. Oh, go.
Okay.
Go sit by mommy. Okay. All right.
So we can just move on to the quiz question then. So what do we want our quiz question to be? Should we just do it more based off a definition, or what do we think?
yeah, we could do that. Or last time we did an example, didn't we? Like, which of the following constitutes an intentional tort? And we could have one that's like a tort, but it's not intentional, and there's one that's like due to negligence. And
Okay.
then we could have a third one that's an actual intentional tort.
Okay, so we'll just make the question, which of the following is...
That is a difficult one because it is hard to prove malicious negligence in tort law. Like someone basically has to tell you that they are discriminating against you for the following reasons and have that documented, or say it from one coworker to another, have that testified for anyone to even touch it nowadays.
Okay, so we'll just make them all very clear and obvious then. So the correct answer is, we could just have the correct answer be...
Pardon me, I can hear you. I think your mic. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. So
Touch it, Benny.
we could just have our correct answer be like the same as what our example is going to be, just like Ezekiel Elliott being accused of domestic violence against his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys take that quiz yet about that had last week's questions?
I don't think so. No.
I don't even know. I got sick over the weekend and I couldn't even get on a computer until Tuesday. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's due till like Monday or something. But
Yeah, the due dates are weird because it's like, I don't know. We've been in the class for like 2.5 weeks, but we're about to be on week 4.
Are we? Okay.
The due dates are kind of funky too, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Okay.
So,
What do we want a wrong answer to be?
What is the question again?
Just which of the following is an example of an intentional tort? So we need one for negligence.
Okay. Your
so
kid,
negligence.
someone else's kid falls at your house and breaks their ankle.
Sorry, I'm kind of lost. Did you start earlier or?
If it's on your property and someone gets injured on your property, like they jump off of a couch because they're a wild kid or something like that, and they break their leg, or there's cases in California where an actual robber who admitted he was robbing the place fell through a skylight, sliced his leg open on the glass, and sued the homeowner for tort injury, and he actually won his case, which I mean is obviously not intentional tort, but it's tort nonetheless.
So there's like a couple elements to negligence that it mentions in the textbook, and it talks about how like there has to be harm done, and it has to be the harm has to be foreseeable and preventable. So yeah, I think that would be an example. Like maybe you're babysitting someone's kid, and you let him, and he's like 3 or 4 years old, and you let him climb on top of a ladder. I think that would, and then he jumps off and hurts himself. I think that would be negligent because, and the harm is present. You know, if he's like 7, 8, I think
that would be considered intentional negligence because you're there watching. Where on the other hand, if the kid knocked out and you're trying to find him during that time, that's when you get hurt himself. That's unintentional.
No. Well, either way, we can use it as a wrong answer because it's not an intentional tort.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you're babysitting someone else's child and they fall?
Yeah, they like, you watch them, or you hear them climb up onto a ladder in the other room, and then you kind of just go by your or something like that. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't really matter how it happens. It's an intentional tort. It can be a wrong answer.
Listen, I have a 3-year-old who is he's 6 now. He's innately born with the skill to sneak around the house silently, and he will take step stools without us even noticing that he was here and gone, because that's how sneaky he is. And so if a kid that wasn't your own tried to, or even a kid that was your own, because if your kid unintentionally gets injured in your house, in some states, CPS can get involved and they can file tort charges against you as a parent and bring your capabilities as a parent into play. And that's unintentional. You didn't intend for your kid to get hurt, but he got hurt nonetheless.
Sorry. Hold on.
Benjamin, need you to be quiet.
So my feedback is going to be this would be tort arising out of negligence.
Right. Unintentional negligence, yeah? Or just negligence in general?
Just negligence, because negligence implies unintentional.
Yeah, it says here in the book, it says...
Maybe, unless it's qualified by malicious.
Yeah, well, negligence here in the book, it just says 4 things. It says that there was a duty imposed on the defendant in favor of the plaintiff. Or in other words...
I'm just telling you, I went through this a year ago with like 6 different lawyers. Malicious negligence is different than negligence.
Okay, the book says that,
Yes.
for it to be negligence, the defendant has to have some sort of responsibility towards the plaintiff, or in other words, for some reason he had the responsibility to protect him or her, and says the defendant breached or violated that duty or wasn't responsible, and then it says the breach was the proximate, natural, and foreseeable cause of the harm. So basically, what you're ignoring them or you're not taking care of them or fulfilling your duty towards them was the direct cause of them being harmed. And then the last one is that they have to suffer damages.
Yes, that's negligence. But it's
Yeah,
that's straight up negligent. That's about as clearly negligent as you can get. I'm saying there are other types of negligence that do.
Well, we're just coming up with wrong answers. As long as it's not an intentional tort, we can use it as a wrong answer.
Yes, correct.
Well, and so you can use malicious negligence, which is based on racial or gender discrimination or something like that. That would be malicious negligence. And so that would be a wrong answer. And
Sorry, can someone just tell me what are we doing? Because
Yes.
I answered the phone, but I don't know what's going on. So.
Okay, so we're working on the same thing as last week, just based off of our new topic that we had to do. So
Intentional tort.
and so the question that we came up with is, which of the following is an example of an intentional tort? Our correct answer is the example of Ezekiel Elliott being accused of domestic violence against his girlfriend. And then we have one wrong answer so far, which would be the babysitting.
oh, what about the malicious negligence? That should be a wrong answer.
Right, but we haven't come up with anything.
Yeah, we need an example to go.
We're coming up with examples. So the question is,
I'm saying
the
it is.
following constitute intentional tort. And so we have to give examples. And the
Okay.
answer will be that constitutes.
Sorry, I thought I gave an example a couple times. Malicious negligence is like you are in a hospital and they don't treat you because you are black, and that's been remarked to somebody, or they don't want to treat you because you're on Medicaid or Medicare or any other reason of something that you are or something that you have, but they're not upholding this, their standards. That is malicious negligence. For them to purposefully and willfully, because discriminate and be negligent. Negligence is malicious negligence. In other words, is negligence caused by or sourced from discrimination or malice. It might be a guy you went to high school with who's a doctor and he hated you. Malicious negligence.
Did you get that one, Courtney?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of too arguable. You know, like we need something that's just straight up like one thing.
I think we should choose like a different one of the principles from the book.
Yeah, like I'd rather something that's like specifically out of the book that we're learning like at the moment.
Why does it have to be something out of the book, though? I don't.
Well,
because that's what our tests are based on.
Yeah, but he also gave other references like legaldictionary.com and stuff like that for us to read and catch up on, to go outside of just what the book is.
Okay, well I can use this. That's fine. So, have you guys gotten a call from Michael?
I've been getting a call from
Yes,
some anonymous
calling.
caller.
What's the email that you're like getting a call from? Because it says Michael, but I don't have an email for that.
Calls.
I have no idea. I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me look. He called me, so let me check.
Okay, so you're in a hospital. Okay, so I'll type this one up. You guys go ahead and try and figure out our last example.
Do you want to do an example or just say none of the above are examples of intentional tort?
Oh, yeah, good call.
How many examples do we have so far? 2 or 3?
I looked it up on legaldictionary.com. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of negligence. There's contributory, gross negligence, regular negligence, and then negligence per se.
Okay, I have some examples. Here it says slips or falls. Like if you write something regarding slips or falls, or the majority of medical malpractice cases and car accidents. Those can be examples of negligent tort.
Actually, that's true. We can just keep using examples of negligence because it just has to not be an intentional tort.
Yeah, malpractice I think is a good one. It's on 458, and it says it's a negligence in a professional context. So like a doctor doing something that a normal doctor wouldn't do, or any other type of profession. Like it gives examples of lawyers and surgeons and accountants.
Okay, so how can I type that up as an example?
We could say maybe like there was a doctor that saw a patient that exhibited symptoms of appendicitis, but he treated him for the common cold instead. And so that would be malpractice because he was negligent. He didn't do something that a normal doctor would do or adhere to the normal standards.
Well, that's a specific type of negligence. And
what's malpractice?
Okay, so showing symptoms of what?
So you could say a doctor saw a patient that was showing all the symptoms of appendicitis, but instead of treating him for appendicitis or testing for it, he just gave him cold medicine or something for bronchitis, something totally unrelated.
Malpractice is professional negligence.
Yeah, and so then we can say that because his appendicitis went untreated, he ruptured and he died. I don't know.
Yep.
It's in tort law. It's harm applied by carelessness, not intentional harm. And malpractice is a type of negligence called professional negligence. So instead of using the term malpractice, you just use the example because as a wrong answer, because that is not straight up negligence. That is professional negligence. And
but
that works though.
Yeah, it works because it's not our type.
Intentional tort, it works.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Well, the answer is asking which is an intentional tort, and if it's not an intentional tort, then we can put it as a wrong answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a wrong answer.
Yes.
It counts as that.
So do we have 3 wrongs and a right now?
We have, yes.
Okay.
Well, we're going to use one of them as what you said, none of the above are examples of intentional tort.
Okay.
What?
How about none of the above and all of them?
Oh, do we need another one? No, we only need, no, we're done, yeah.
What professors like to do us. Not that we need it.
Okay. So my explanation for the doctor one is going to be that it was just negligence, right, based off malpractice.
Yeah,
It's typically called professional negligence.
So today, what is our example? I don't know why I don't get that.
The example that we're using?
Yes.
We're using, so we discussed that right before you got on. It was I found an article about a football player who he beat his girlfriend. So that would be the example because it's an intentional tort because he's like, assault and battery.
Who was the player?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's not good for long.
Okay.
Practice. Okay, so now we're basically done with the our typical homework assignment. So now we can discuss our project that's due next week. So.
Which is we have to put on a case.
Yes. Yes. So we need to decide what format we want to do and what the best way to get it done is going to be. So do any of you guys feel more comfortable doing a certain format over another, or?
Is this family or
Yeah, because he wants us to do like a video.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Does this sound better to you guys?
It's really noisy.
Prince, can you mute your microphone? Because there's a lot of background noise.
How do I mute it?
Michael's here. We did it. So I was even thinking if it's going to be too hard to do a video or something like that, it might be better to do a like a PowerPoint with like a voiceover or something narrating it. I don't exactly know how to do it, but I feel like
I've done that before.
You have? Okay. So like
Sorry, I can't hear anything. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing too.
I'm sorry, I can do sound editing software on the
Okay, so we could all come up with a couple slides maybe for the PowerPoint.
Okay. Should we do like a cartoon, like a sample, or are we doing something like different, more professional? Or?
There's your echo.
So the case that we'll do it based off the case that we have, which is the Pepsi commercial one, and so the first couple slides are going to have to be just specifically explaining the case and like all the details involved that we read, and then the last ones are going to have to be like why the verdict was reached the way it was, and then we have to relate it to the gospel somehow. Okay, so we can use the presentation and then share it with everybody so we can all work on it. And see whatever. Yeah. And like if it might be easier to like format it all the same way, we could have each person like write it up, how like your slides, write them up and have pictures and everything, and then we could all send them to one person who's really good at PowerPoint who can just like put it all together.
I think that's a nice idea.
Okay. So who's really good with PowerPoint? Like I'm okay, but like I could do it if you need me.
I'm okay too. I've done that before when you do the voiceover. I know how to do that.
I'm sorry, can we do something like where we have a talking session, one person at a time? A lot of noise.
I think it's mainly Prince.
So who will be the one submitting?
What?
Who will be the one submitting the assignment for this week?
Oh, I'll submit the assignment for this week. And then the group presentation is just posted on it, like especially.
So how would the presentation be done?
How is it going to be done?
Yeah. Because they say that we need to submit them in one assignment folder.
We could include the ad, like the Pepsi Harry Jet commercial. It's on YouTube, so we can put it in the presentation at the beginning.
The whole ad?
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's only like 30 seconds, so that might be fine. I don't know if we're like allowed to do that, but we could.
It's on YouTube. I don't know if
As long as we like put sources and stuff, so we're not plagiarizing.
Yeah, I would just worry about them getting mad about that, but yeah, it is on YouTube, and we could use that.
Because if we do it slides, then we can all see it.
Question. Just out of curiosity, when you first wrote it, who thought that the guy with the technical points was going to win this race? Anybody?
I thought it was stupid.
Definitely stupid.
Okay.
But I thought he might have won because dumber things have happened before. But
Very true.
I was just wondering.
Okay, so I guess what do you guys think is the best way to split this up so that we can each kind of do a part of it?
How many are we supposed to have? How many slides?
There's no set requirement. It just needs to be, it just needs to explain everything that it needs to explain. So it needs to help everyone understand the law that was applied and why the case was decided the way it was.
Okay.
Jake, you want to do the voiceover?
So the case is divided into a lead offer, that's letter E, then we have B, plaintiff's effort to detail, and we have C. That could be like 3 of us explaining the case.
Everyone, go like this and have everyone be quiet when you need silence. So we can be more cohesive.
Okay, so are we to do it on different YouTube pages? Submit the individual assignment. Are we going to submit to the group? And the document part of the Google Hangout.
I don't want to. How many is in our group? 7?
Yeah.
Is it 7 or 8 in our group? Why don't we split into groups of 2 and have one group of 3, and each group comes up with 2 slides, PowerPoint.
I'd rather have an individual part and then send it to someone so someone can put it all together with the same format.
Yeah, we can like Google PowerPoint or whatever.
It doesn't work well in a team setting so much. It all has to be cohesive. Or we can cut it in half. Group of 3, group of 4.
There's 5 things that can be done. Like if someone presents the law that was applied, someone thought about a gospel lesson or principle, and then if we use the information given in the case, like as I said before, using the letters given in the case, there's an A, B, and C. Like if we divide the case in 3, then we have 5 parts. Someone else can put it all together.
Okay.
So it will be 6 things. I don't know how many are here. I don't know if you agree or you have it.
But I think that would be a nice idea.
Defer to you as far as assignments. I think you're a good natural leader for this.
Would it be easier to do this part over like email?
I don't understand.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay, you're there. I can hear Carney.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
Well, I can't hear you. Shoot.
Testing.
What's going on here?
Courtney, do you feel comfortable taking charge with this? Able to keep control of this?
I can talk.
What if we decide this with an email or something? Because I can hear anything.
Yeah, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I haven't been on long, but it sounds like chaos, to be honest.
So everyone agrees with
Okay, have you been
in charge?
Yeah, email.
And we're doing it over email. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me?
Any against? Right. I think the ayes have it. We appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
Let me know if you can be brave all day.
Yeah.
Can everyone hear everyone?
No, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
One person can hear me? Raise your hand.
Yeah, let's use email.
So Monica, you can hear me?
Yes?
Yeah, let's just have one person come up with the assignments and then
Okay. It's too noisy now, so I'll go, but I'll send an email and everyone can send their ideas, I think, and the way that, and then we can vote and see which idea is the best.
sounds good.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Thank you, Corey. Bye.